Okay. Are remote workers just APIs with extra steps? Right? I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, everyone's afraid about losing their jobs to AI. Okay. But my thoughts are, aren't you already AI? Like you go to Slack and pretty much and pretty much your boss is like pings you as if they're making a get request. And then they asked, hey, can you do this task for me? And then something happens. You're not at the office. You're just out and about. You're chilling. Something happens, and then the work gets done. So if you're a fully remote worker, you're just kind of an AI that has feelings. Like you're an AI who needs an HR department. Oh, Michael Turner came way too early today. You're very early today. I got a bit of a back injury today. Um, all right. So, yeah, I mean, really, okay, because listen, this is fascinating. So, like, because I'm starting to think, because more people are rushing to remote work. There's more and more. This is from last stream. There's more and more people rushing towards remote work, and I get it. I get it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, what is an API? An API is an application programming interface. It's an interface. It's something where a human is gonna have to where a human has to interface with the API on the computer, on the computadora. And then after they interface with that, they go hit the API, okay, to do a task. I get it. I get it. Everyone's afraid of losing their jobs to AI, but just relax. It's not what you think it is, dude. Not I want to do you. I want to do task. They're like, "Hey, I want to do task," and they hit the API. And think about all that happens is time. Dot 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 happens, and then all of a sudden the API returns stuff back to the user. That's just Slack. When your boss pings you and says, "Hey, junior developer, I need some code tokens today. I need some code points. I need some tasks done." Like Jira is just it's a human API. Jira is a human API. So your product manager interfaces with the Jira API, with the Slack and Jira API, and then time happens, and then they have to hear your fucking complaints. Is the difference, right? Hey, what's up? In good news, I got my grade back to an A after bombing the first quiz. Nice. Get good grades. Get good grades. But in the end of the day, like you're kind of just an API. I thought of this. I thought of this the other day, and it was fascinating to me. It's like your PM is like, I want to do task. They type on Slack. They say, hey, junior dev, I want you to go build me a React component for. I want you to build me a calendar React component. And then like 2 weeks happen, and then they come back, and then it's done, dude. If that could easily just be a junior dev API with less feelings, okay? You're with less, oh, but I don't know if I can do it. The AI is not going to complain. By the way, I'm kidding. Um, Remote jobs good though. Yeah, until you okay, the way I see it, the remote job's good until they start thinking, "Hey, we never get to see this guy. We don't even really know what he looks like anymore." Like, okay, we get to see his face on Zoom, but is he like a real person? Like this AI can do this. Dude, I was just talking to someone and they were like, we cut like 40. I won't say who they are, in case they want because I had sent them the stream, but they're like they cut like 40 customer service remote jobs with this thing recently. This internal tool they made AI. It was all open AI, and I was like, yeah, I need to get into good grad school. Michael Turner, did you come from a home that's very intense about schooling? Because you're straight out of the gate being like talking about A's. Dude, I have such a bad back today. Dude, so relatable. Currently doing my remote work. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Right now, your product manager is just it's just hanging. The post request they made the, to request your work, they're just waiting. Better than seeing your boss every day watching over you. No, I never had that mentality at jobs. It's I've always because I always sort of I never had that like, oh, the boss, like it's mostly a game. It's mostly a game, and eventually you become the boss. It's mostly a game. You got to play the game, dude. Anyway, that's a little intro. I today I'm actually using GPT-4 today. Not really, but the way I see it, schools might take it out. Nice. But I'm actually using so what am I doing today? What am I doing? Make it bigger for everyone. Well, mostly we're chilling, but I actually am building something. So I want to have a AI model. It could be either a fine-tuned model or a RAG with a LLM, fine-tuned LLM, or RAG with an LLM. I want an AI model that has a decent amount of my coding knowledge and ability. So the main thing that we're doing today is I'm going to show you how I approach generating data sets using an LLM. But the reason why I am actually going to try using GPT-4 today, I use it for contract work and stuff like that, but I've been avoiding using it for the streams. But there's a value to GPT-4, and it's when you can leverage it to get very powerful data sets to use your to fine tune. Don't think we forgot about the secret project, dude. The secret project, everything leads to the the closest thing you've seen to the secret project is the Magic API video. It's not the secret project, but that uses a lot of that technology. A lot of it. It uses a lot of the technology. The so all right, so I want to have a data set that's like question, how do I code a blank? It's just an example. And the answer is going to be a code. The answer is going to be code. Oh, let me know if there's issue with the mic or anything because the audio, because I'm gonna have to. One of the videos had weird audio problems. and I'll have to address it. And it was like it was so annoying. And the answer is going to be the code, but the only way I'm going to get this data set is I'm just gonna use my code files, right? So I have local. So I want some sort of command that's like generate embeddings. Or generate first. We'll do the data set, and then we'll do the embeddings. Okay. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna do RAG or if I'm just gonna get. But first, we'll just get the data set. But I want some generate code data set dot py, and I want to use the pass in the directory and maybe the type of file, and it'll be like JS comma py files, whatever. And then I want to output a data set that has these questions and answers. So you're like, so here's the question of like, how do I do this part right here? How do I do the part where I get the question? So I'm going to use OpenAI to do that. Let's see. It's good today. It's clear. Nice, nice, nice. And by the way, when I say I'm going to use GPT-4, okay. When I say I use OpenAI, I use GPT-4. Let's see. Let's make this is my code. I'm just gonna make a directory called Jared API. I'm making myself into an API right now. And after we get this data set, we can do whatever we want. We can fine tune stuff. How long do the embeddings take? We're not generating embeddings right now. I'll actually probably generate the embeddings with something other than the embeddings. I may not even create embeddings. I may just fine tune the model like I did in another video. We'll see. We'll see. Because if I do create embeddings, I would do some sort of RAG thing. And then I would say the question, it's like, how do I do this? I would get the most similar question in my code base, and then I would show it and generate it for the user. So anyway, dude, remote workers, you guys are going to be so proud until you don't have a job. Not every boss is your enemy, dude. You go start a company. The it's like go not have a job. Remote workers, you're just APIs. It's cool though. I get it. It's like I dream of a day where everyone is just their own API, and you have a little box, you have a little machine in your home setup, and you just ding, you turn on your little API, and then you put the Neuralink on, and then your boss just pings your brain. Just kidding. It's a fucking terrible world. It's like, yeah, it's probably the worst scenario for the future. Just everyone's just getting in their Neuralink, and their boss is just like bing, bing, bing. Let's see, what even would be the point of living anymore? Uh, to be, I think the point of living would be eventually you would die, and you wouldn't have to deal with that. Is that not what the Rabbit R1 is supposed to be? What's the Rabbit R1? I feel like I heard of that. The Rabbit R1. What is this? Oh, dude. My back is you know what it was? I lifted something a little too heavy. What is this? Your pocket companion? Let's watch the keynote. Oh, you guys can't hear anything. I don't know how to set that up. Actually, let's just watch the keynote. I'm gonna figure it out. How do I set this up? Let me know if you guys can hear the video. I think I can do this. Stereo. Hold on. I think we'll wire. Hold on. Let's watch Rabbit R1. Look at this guy. Oh, a sec. Do you guys hear that? Ah, did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the guy's name? I may have to unplug my headphones. Hold on. I'm gonna play it again. No? Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on. Plug this.
Hi everyone, my name is Jesse, and I'm the founder and CEO of.
Do you hear it now? Increase the volume. Hey, what's up, Gus? Did you guys hear that better? Hold on. Dude, I gotta figure out how to play videos. Increase the volume. This is the most volume I can do.
I'm so excited to be here today to present you two things we've been working on: a revolutionary new foundation model and a groundbreaking consumer mobile device powered by it. Our mission is to create the simplest
my first thought is, why didn't the guy like dress up for this? He's like standing. I mean, it's fine, but
something so intuitive that you don't need to learn how to use it.
I'm being vain.
The best way to achieve this is to break away from app-based operating system currently used by smartphones. Instead, we envision a natural language-centered approach. The computer we're building, which we call a companion, should be able to talk to, understand, and more importantly, get things done for you. The future of human-machine interfaces should be more intuitive. Now, before we get started, let's take a look at the existing mobile devices that we use daily. The one device that's in your pocket, the smartphones, like iPhone and Android phones.
Okay, let's speed this up.
Years, and we've grown tired of them.
Sorry, I get it.
Microsoft and Amazon made Siri, Cortana, and Alexa with these smart speakers. Often, they don't know.
Sorry, guys. I gotta fast forward. Okay, large action model. Now we're getting into interesting stuff. Okay.
How humans interact with them.
Could they get another guy to talk about it here? Let's see. Good morning. Don't let this guy around your kids. Exactly. My wife said he's trying hella hard to be like Steve Jobs. Yeah, he's like what? So he couldn't have like suited up? Like, let's see. Good morning, brother. Just stopped to say hello. Looking forward to seeing the project. Hey, Andy Data Guy. Andy Data Guy, are you AI? You're like, good morning. It's night. You're stopping. You're saying like, you're like looking forward to see this project. Andy Data Guy, are you AI? You're like way too charismatic. All right, let's see this.
To trigger auctions on behalf of users across all environments.
Okay.
We want it to be universal, not just a Chrome plugin or a limited set of apps, but everything. iOS, Android, and desktop. These applications share something in common: the interface. They all have a user interface.
Fuck. So, I can't. Is this worth it? Who brought this up? Is this worth watching it? The guy just said everything has a user interface. Like, I can't. Is it worth it? The guy was like, phones. Okay, they all have user interfaces, right? And I'm like, okay, right,
At
right.
a philosophical level, if we can make an AI trigger actions on any kind of interface,
Okay,
just like a
I
keyboard,
get that. I
we
get
will
that.
solve the problem. This insight led us to create the large action model,
Okay.
or LAM, as we call it. It is a new foundational model that understands and executes human intentions on computers, driven
Okay.
by our research in neural symbolic systems. With a large action model, we fundamentally find a solution to the challenges that apps, APIs, or agents face. We solve it with interfaces. LAM can learn any interfaces from any software, regardless of which platform they're running on. In short, the large language model understands what you say, but the large action model gets things done.
Right. Yeah, I
We
get it.
use LAM to
I get
bring
it.
AI from.
So yeah, it's just it's all about getting actions done. Keep watching. Just watch a review on YouTube. Is this worth it? I get it. No, no, let's watch it. Let's watch it. The dude was like, "Hey, listen, interfaces." No, no, I get it.
From
Let's see.
words
Let's see.
to action. Finally, we can build a computer that, in addition to understanding what you're trying to say, can actually help you do things on your behalf. We'll pack the large action model into an advanced RabbitOS operating system. It is built for real-time interactions between you and the rabbit, powered by LAM. Large
Okay.
action models concept and test results are so powerful that we decided
Skip. All right. It's
research,
cute.
design, and software teams. It is simple.
Teenage engineering. Yeah, don't keep this. Wow. Keep this guy away from your kids. Who calls their company Teenage Engineering? That's super creepy. Teenage. Is that what their business is called? Wow. What else do they do? They went to the lawyer, whoever, however they got their LLC, and the guy's like, what do you guys do again? What do they do? Oh, they just okay, okay. The OP. So they did like a synthesizing and sampling. Okay, these are hardware guys. They're trying to do AI now. I get it. Check out the products. Are they actually cool? Their designs are this design's interesting.
It's equipped with everything you need to interact with you and perceive your surroundings. It comes with a touchscreen, a push-to-talk button, and an analog scroll wheel, a microphone and speakers, and a computer vision-enabled 360-degree rotational camera we call the Rabbit Eye. It is Bluetooth and Wi-Fi capable, and it has the same card slots that supports global 4G LTE network.
Okay.
And now, let's see how it works.
Yeah, I want to see
I
it.
can ask Rabbit for anything, just like if I'm using ChatGPT. The difference, though, is the speed. With RabbitOS, I get a response 10 times faster than most of the
You know this thing
AI
just fries
projects.
your nads if you have it in your
Rabbit
pocket.
answers my questions within 500 milliseconds.
It's
With
like
the
in
push-to-talk button,
Box.
you don't need to say anything to wake it up. Just press and hold the button and talk, like a walkie-talkie. Now, let's give it a shot. What's the nature of the reality?
The nature of reality is a topic that has captivated the minds of
Okay.
philosophers and thinkers throughout history. According to Bertrand Russell, reality is composed of hard data derived from sensory experiences and
So it can do
logical
some question
analysis.
answering. I
It
like
is the
that.
amalgamation of our perceptions, thoughts, and the external world.
I can speak or type with R1. If you shake R1,
So Teenage Engineering is not the
will
same company as Rabbit. They
You
do
will also know
designs.
that the response time is
Oh.
much faster.
So
than
they did
using
the
some of
designs for
LLM
Rabbit.
system
Okay,
runs
okay,
web
okay.
browsing,
Cool.
such as ChatGPT. What's the stock
Sorry,
price of
sorry about
Coca-Cola?
the Teenage Engineering hate.
Searching for the stock price of Coca-Cola. The stock price of Coca-Cola
Nice.
KO is
That's cool.
$59.76.
who played the role Oppenheimer in Christopher Nolan's latest movie.
Okay, so it has
In
real-time
Christopher
data.
Nolan's
That's
most
cool.
recent
Now, let's see how the large action model works. With LAM, Rabbit R1 can interact with all kinds of applications. Introducing the rabbit hole web portal.
The rabbit
I can
hole.
log into different services.
Super
unlock
sexual.
functionalities for R1. It's just like iCloud. Let's say I want to listen to some
It's alright. It's alright. I get it. It's business.
With the rabbit hole web portal, I have complete control over which services I want to activate on my R1 and which provider I prefer. For music, I use Spotify. So let's go ahead and connect my Spotify.
Okay, I get it. This is where you manage
The
services.
authentication happens on the
Okay. I get it. I get it.
play
Is
another
there like a
and
cooler part?
experiencing the vibrant atmosphere of different neighborhoods.
I don't know, man. It seems like
come with
my thoughts on this is that it's really expensive, I'm guessing, to build this and design it. But like what you're getting in the end isn't really like is there a demand for this? Like how much does this cost? It's $200. It's not that much, honestly. It's not that much. That's a good price for this. Because it is kind of valuable. I just don't know. I don't really understand the business behind this. Like, what would be the demand? Can that thing process my Indian accent? Just get a different accent, dude. No, it probably can't. A lot of these things are kind of made on the same accent, to be honest. That's interesting. The design was cool. I like so their lamb, a lot of that, the large action model they have, a lot of that is pretty much what the Gorilla, what like Toolformer and Gorilla is all about. So like, I don't know if you guys know about Toolformer. It's a great paper. If anyone's curious, I'll post this in the Discord. I need like a place for the chat. I'll just post it right there. And then Gorilla API. So like, I just searched Gorilla. What, am I retarded? But yeah, so like the Gorilla API, these things are somewhat of a way to connect the yeah, the videos did suck, yeah. I was being nice, but it's, yeah, I mean, the guy can. They should have had like they should have just gotten AI Steve Jobs to do it. If you wanted to be Steve Jobs with the all black, they should have just got like an AI Steve Jobs to do it. That would have been nice. But the rabbits, like, for me, it doesn't wow me. I don't know why 200 is an okay price for it. It's not like that bad, honestly. There's things that are like so much more like there's things like that are like legitimately $500 when they come out with it. So I actually like the price point. But Gorilla, by the way, this is, if you're fascinated by the power of LLMs beyond simply just getting answers to things, look into the research around. By the way, this is where I don't know if this is the leading cause of that, but Toolformer and this paper that, well, Gorilla a little less so, but Toolformer and Gorilla, they these papers sort of fuel the concept of function calling and all that. And by the way, transformers and LLMs for like a while have been used for this action-based fine-tuning. In fact, that's like a big usage of it. I have a friend who was telling me he was somewhat related to this Google research about it. So that's like a common thing. See you, Michael Turner. Go study. Michael Turner, Marketer is all about studying. No subscription too, one-time price. I mean, I'd try it out. I wouldn't pay out 200, but by the way, I do like the price. Good job. Good job, Rabbit. That's interesting. I think anyway. Let's get back. By the way, the build today, it's very casual. This isn't like other streams where I'm like, I'm just exploring automating myself today. You know, I'm just getting a little like, I'm getting a little like, you know, I'm just dipping my toe. Just dipping my toe. By the way, I don't think you can actually like automate. I want to be very clear with all the remote worker jokes or like it's there's truth to it, but I don't like you're not people do get their jobs automated away, but you're not like just an API, okay? The reason why it's funny to say you're just an API if you're a remote worker, you're an API with extra steps. The funny part about it is that like it's if anything it reveals something you should do. Uh maybe I shouldn't show this. I'm like showing my secret key here. Hold on a second. Uh I'm gonna show my screen is in a sec. Um let's see. Just getting Wait a sec, I just realized I don't care about this because I don't use this or spend money on it. And I'm just gonna change the key after the stream. I'm gonna share my screen again. Okay. My audio, I don't like the stereo audio thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, let's keep that open. Let's get rid of this. So I'm gonna set up a little project. We're gonna do Python today. Because I like generating data sets. I don't know if you've noticed this about me so far. Dude, but like don't just be an API though. The reason why it's funny is that there's people that like the way they do their job is in a way that's so like inhuman that they might as well be an API. I think that's why it's funny to me. Is that I've known people like, dude, I've had jobs where I was like checking out and in the end of the job, I was kind of just like an API. Like people were like, oh, ping Jared, we need code points. We need extra code points today. Get it? I get it. But like, don't do that though. Dude, we don't have to do any. First things first, I need to read my code. First things first. Let's get some. How many times have I looked up argparse? I'm actually curious if I analyze all my code. You're not just an API, you're an API that complains too. Exactly. It's like, dude, I first thing I'd do if I was like if I had a lot of employees is I'd go in the building and be like, listen, day one, you're just an API. That's all I see you as. Day two, like after a few months of working, you can be like a customer AI with customer service, API with customer service. And then after a couple of years, I'll see you as a real dev. For now, you're just an API. And everyone claps. And people are like, I need to get the hell out of here. This guy sucks. An integer for the accumulator. No, I don't need that. I need to copy a different example. Yeah. Let's just do 2 arguments. Optional. One for file extension, and one for, what was the other thing I was gonna? So it's also gonna file extension and where am I at? Oh yeah, you guys, I'm gonna do a GitHub dating service one. Not on this video, but I have that planned out. Oh, file path. Right. I still want to get a better plan for that. So file extension. You want to generate dataset for .py. The reason why I make so many command line tools is I use command line tools. Only make what you know. Only make the things you know. To do good work, you need some skin in the game, remote work or not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. Yeah, you need skin in the game. True. I just feel like you can't have both. That's the way I look at it. You can't have both. You can't want remote work and you can't just want a lot of things and not give. Am I worker shaming? I think I'm worker shaming today. That's okay. Can't make everyone happy. All right. Path to the folder. You want to recursively the folder you want to read. Okay. Args. Wait, what? Say what? Path. Extension. Hi. Wait, what? Let's see. Oh, I did. These are all. My bad. Oh, don't need an action. Let's print that. Okay, cool. Args.ext. So equals main. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to read the folder, read all recursively, get the contents for all the files in the directory. Have you checked out the Ola scooter? The Ola scooter? What? Dude, what? How many technologies am I missing out on? The Ola scooter. Oh, it's like are you doing Indian propaganda? You're like, have you checked out this Indian product? You're like trying to do product placement. I see what you're doing, Indranil. You're like, hey, have you checked out this Indian product? It's only, what is that? I don't know what this is in USD. Can anyone? Is this rupees? How do you spell that? $1,000, $1,100. Okay, so you're like, hey, have you checked out? What's interesting about this? I don't. Oh, it's an EV scooter. It's a cheap EV scooter. They have those. Is that novel? Nah, bro. I mean, it's really good. Only 2 cents for 50. By the way, I'm just messing with you. No, it seems like a cool scooter. The fact that it's the same price as a petrol one is nice. That's really nice, actually. Buying an EV. All right, what's up with the EV thing? Now I gotta, dude. I don't. When I think of EV, I'm like grid down situation. I just don't really trust like EV. I'm kind of into gasoline. I'm like, hey, I got it in my hands. I can see a bike is free off someone's lawn. We know what Will's all about. Let me guess Will's background here. Just kidding. Yeah, I've had my bike stolen. Oh, that surprised you guys, huh? Yeah, sometimes it happens the other way around too. All right, let's get back into the code. Um, listen, dude, this is all stream of consciousness, okay? Yeah, life is really about who steals the bikes and who steals the bikes and who gets stolen from. That's really what all life is about. They don't tell you that, dude. They don't tell you that. So I'm gonna recursively get all the fun. Recursively read. Oh wait, why am I not using ChatGPT for this? Hold on a sec. No, actually, I'll use Bard in lieu of Google. I feel like Google is like so. Google's getting a lot of hate, dude. Let's support Google. Let's support our boys at Google. Google gets a lot of hate. Okay. This is a really easy problem. Recursively. So this is something ChatGPT can do for us. Read files in a directory in Python. See, like this is what I leverage AI for. Just like a basic problem, basic thing, something that would just be, yeah, exactly. Just an OS walk. I can't copy it. So, okay. Okay. All right, cool. I don't know why I couldn't copy it for a second. All right, so read files. See how nice that is? Dude, AI is so great. God, I can't wait to just have my rabbit hole or whatever the fuck that was called. I have my rabbit hole in my pocket, and I get to just say, "Hey, ChatGPT, go talk to this girl for me. Hey, ChatGPT, go mow my lawn." We have these interfaces that will have sex with your wife for you. I just realized now I'm not going to be advertisers aren't going to get this one. One of these like did kind of well on the advertisement. I was like, nice. As an EV owner, shit is overrated. That's what everyone EV owner says. People that don't have electric vehicles are the ones that are dogmatic about it, or the guys that have had it for like 6 months. People have had EVs for like multiple years or whatever. They're always like, yeah, it's not much better. Can't use Google AI in Canada. Bard's still not available. Well, that's Canada, dude. That's like the lowest form of like society. I'm surprised. Do you guys have toilets? Just kidding. Just kidding. It's no, Canada, you guys are great. You guys, listen. Drew, is this recursive? Oh yeah, it's using OS walk. Okay. All right. So let's get the file name. We don't need the file name actually. Yeah, you know what I need to do? I'm gonna break these because some of these files are gonna be big. I'm gonna ask GPT-4 to break the file out into multiple functions. You'll see what I'm doing. It's actually gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. If you guys have a job where you got to do stuff like this, we're generating data sets. So I'm generating a data set that's going to be questions about my code. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to generate questions about different codes. And then I'm going to get a data set, and then for a smaller model, I'll be able to fine tune that model with the data set, or just use a RAG or whatever for something else. Because the cool thing is GPT-4, so it's not, sometimes it doesn't scale, a lot of times it doesn't scale for it's just very expensive. But you can leverage it to generate either embeddings or information for your data sets in a one-off basis pretty well. And by the way, you could do that with Mistral Medium too. Mistral Medium's pretty damn Mistral Medium, pretty damn awesome as well. So Maliki, the Canadian, no, we shit through holes in the ice outside our igloos. Yeah, genuinely, when my whole life, I would just think of Canadians as like just being in big jackets, playing hockey, and like eating like poutine and being like really happy for no reason. Why are Canadians so jolly when it's so cold? Because actually, people are nice in cold areas in America. No, in the Northeast, people aren't nice. But the northern you get in America, the nicer people are. There's something about being in like a wintry area that makes people. I'm just like not. What am I doing? That makes people like really nice. Let's just do file contents. Contents, and then turn file contents. Oh, we gotta check this file, and then we gotta split it based on slash, and then get the last. Wait, is that works? That works, right? All right, so this is the extension, and then let's say extension. Still have to do this. If extension equals args, the extension that the user passed, then do this. And then, so let's get code snippets equals read files. Let's do code snippets 0. Let's print that just to see if we get a Python. It'll be a Python file that's like exposing some secret algorithm I have. I'm like, fuck. All right, so let's make the path ... slash. Yeah, ... slash. Oh, there's gonna be too many files. Let's stop. Let's just have a stop. I just forgot. I have whole code bases here. Max file reads. Like, what did Canadians do? Like, actually, no offense, but like, what do you guys do? No offense, but what do you do? I'm always like, what are you guys actually doing? Oh, right. There's no split. I'm doing JavaScript. Oh, no, there is a split. Dude, I go back and forth from Python to JavaScript so much. Uh, what? It's depressing as hell in Canada. Javu, are you in Canada? Javu, that's the biggest like hey, what's up, T Swagga? I is that like that's your real name? Is your name T Brian? T Jonathan? What's your real name, T Swagga? You're hiding. Is OOP hard in Python? Uh, is it hard? I don't know if it's. I wouldn't call it hard. Terrence. Oh, you didn't have to say your name, T Swagga. I get it. I'm just kidding. Hey, man. If you're on the DL, are you from Ottawa? What? That's like the biggest. That's the biggest twist of today. Yeah, T Swagga. All right, but wait, you're from Ottawa? Oh, you're an immigrant to Ottawa. Okay. Is OOP hard in Python? OOP is just hard in general. We got Chinooks here where I live. Dude, I don't know what that is. You're like, we got Chinooks. When I think of a Chinook, I'm thinking of a little mini, not a mini. I'm thinking of a beaver that's like small, a mini beaver that like runs around and like it doesn't like it's not violent, but it's just annoying. Like it'll bite your dog or something, but it won't like actually like when I think of like a Chinook just sounds like an annoying beaver. Dude, what the fuck is a Chinook? Hold on a sec. Chinook. It's a Chinook. That's a Boeing fighter helicopter. No. What is a Chinook? Is native for snow eater? Oh, so it's just a derogatory term for Canadians. Is it Chinook or I looked it up. It's a Boeing fighter helicopter. So we don't get harsh winters, but we get 4 seasons nonetheless. So we're not. How does it feel being in a country that isn't the greatest country in the world? Couldn't even say that with a straight face. YouTube, give me that money. We need that money. America's the greatest country in the world. It's a warm wind that comes over the mountains to warm us in southern Alberta. Yeah, dude, okay, what's a Chinook actually though? You're trying to learn Python, T Swag? Nice. Nice. Well, what are you trying to do with Python? Let's see. List index is out of range. Oh, whoops. US is 2 OP. We're 2 OP. Dude, like US is is pretty awesome. Google Chinook the Canadian. Okay, Chinook the Canadian. Am I spelling it right? Said Canadian. Dude, they're just showing me like helicopters. The Canadian, yeah, Canadian slang. Maybe Google just sucks now. Oh yeah, I have a Google project I want to do. I have a query augmenter button that'll like make you a better query that'll get you what you want. Okay, an American might recognize the word as referring to a species of salmon or a type of Canadian military helicopter. Yeah. but only a true Canadian knows that Chinook is an unseasonably warm wind that rises over the Rockies and heats up as they descend. Okay, so it's a wind. Okay, Chinook. You guys are secretive. How did I not know that? You're trying to learn Django first before learning Python? Testin, are you trolling? Testin, are you trolling? Because I don't want to be a dick, but I have a lot to say to what you just said. You said you're trying to learn Django before Python. Are you trolling? I just want to make sure. Okay, so let's see here. Why did this list index is out of range? Print context. High IQ plays. No, dude, the only thing is this is the internet, and some people would like genuinely say that. So like I don't know at this point. Because there'll be people that drunkenly come in the chat and be like, I'm trying to learn COBOL. How do I make $100,000 a year doing COBOL? Or people will like come on the Discord and be like, I need a job without like saying anything else. So I don't know how to like it's oh wait, hold on a second. I gotta print the extension. Oh, okay. My bad. I need to split this. I need to see if it. Yo, what's up, Brian Crewman? I'm not streaming earlier. No, this is actually I was a little late today. Let's see, split dot. I can get the last. This is safe if I get the last one because I get the first one. Pretty sure this is a safe command right here. Okay, are we working now? Okay, we're working now. All right, cool. I don't know why this is being so annoying. Okay. Yeah, this should be pretty quick. Toolformer looks pretty cool. That's a similar approach to something I was integrating into my algorithm. Yeah, it's really all based on things like Toolformer and all that are really what the oh I got it. It's really all about can your LLM do stuff. So can it in the end become an action? Let's see. Oh, I can't decode the file. So I have to do a Unicode escape. So I just need to read the binary. Nah, that's gonna break everything, is it? But yeah, it's all about like what they were talking about. I don't mean action. I mean things like Toolformer are pretty much all about whether language models can be useful in terms of training to predict essentially the data set. The data set is set up in a way in which you can predict some sort of action that will trigger something in a greater context. So it's like, can I generate something that's going to guess that I need to use this PyTorch library? Predict. Can I generate something that if I do this, then I would do this and I would do this? Why is this taking so long? Hold on a sec. This would not take that long. Let's just for now, because it was doing it for a lot of files. For now, let's do this for now. Let's see. Jared, I'm having a hard time forming a plan for learning multiple topics in math. I want to have a strong foundation in logic and proofs, as well as practical knowledge in trig and linear algebra. I don't know if I should learn these topics sequentially in parallel. I will learn faster in parallel, but I think I'll learn deeper sequentially. Any advice? You can't really learn anything in parallel, truly. Not being a doomer downer. If you really want to learn something, you have to explore the topic. Um, Brian's like, I prefer the approach of just being stupid at math. But but yeah, so I would say it's not so much. Hmm, I'd say it's. Oh, hold on a sec. Why is this taking a long time? You could try to do things parallel. Really, why do you want to learn these things? Maybe I'll say that. Maybe that'll be a better way to say it. Like, why do you want to do this? I mean, instead of 8 hours only on one topic, split it 4 and 4. Oh, so you're gonna. Hmm. What's your like? Why are you learning it? So you just want a foundation in it? Well, one, I think it matters where you start more than anything. Um, I think that matters more than anything. Like where do you want to start at? You know, I want to build, create by exploring. I want to build, create by exploring. I think T Swag is saying some real stuff there, but I don't fully know what you're trying to say. But let's see. Oh, for graphics programming. Hmm. And you want to get some foundations first? I think you should do it sequentially, personally. I rarely section things like that when I'm learning. Like when I was learning, this past couple years, I've been learning more about linear algebra for all this data science stuff, and I try not to bite off more than I can chew. So I try not to read about things I don't understand for too long, because then, like, if you read about when you were a kid and the teacher was like, if you're reading a book and you don't know the first 5 words on the first page, then the book's too challenging for you. The same thing goes for just learning anything, and not just read comprehension of a book. Don't bite off more than you can chew. In terms of like day to day, what concepts are you learning? If you want to learn some very complex things and you need to get to the fundamentals of it, live with the fundamentals first. And I would say, yeah, have a very linear approach to it. But your linear approach could bounce around, you know. It doesn't need to be like, I'm going to learn this basic thing and then I'm going to learn like this exact thing from the syllabus or whatever. Like, you don't have to follow a syllabus. You could bounce around it. Like, I love just intuitively bouncing around the different topics, but it's in a sequence. I don't just like first half of the day um I'm doing trig, and then the other half of the day I'm doing like matrix multiplication. It's like the like for instance, there's a reason why in school they don't teach you calculus as they're teaching you trig, or at least they didn't do that in my school. It's like your brain can't just like do two things at one time. Um, let's see. I agree with Jared here. Sequentially, you can reinforce the subject more significantly. Also, you can work on specific graphics engineering challenges to learn how they're solved. Yeah, Brian's right about that. You can look at the complex thing, take the smallest piece of it, learn what you need to understand, and then rinse and repeat. Yeah, you could do that, but have some guidance in it. The sequential thing's cool because you have guidance. Like, that there's going to be a next thing. For graphics programming, it's like logic and proofs is pretty fundamental and maybe a little too fundamental. But if you're curious about that, um, just learn it. Just computation theory, you should probably, if you're interested in CS, then you should probably spend a lot of time on that. Reading about computation theory is super, super important. Let's see. This model takes in, okay, cool. So, oh, it's funny. I have this code that, did you guys see the stream where I made the cancel bot? That was before anyone was watching the streams, I think. Definitely before I had anyone in the chat. I was like probably like September or August. Something like that. That was hilarious. Should I do another one on the cancel bot? Should I implement the cancel bot? That one was hilarious, dude. That was underrated. I didn't do it well. I was like, I didn't plan it well enough though. I didn't plan it well enough. Okay, code snippets. All right, so we're gonna loop through these code snippets. We're gonna pass this to generate code snippet. Let's say generate code explanation. And then we'll pass in the code snippet. Okay, so all right, so now we'll do OpenAI now. All right. See, I like streams like this. It's cool doing like, for instance, like the dating matchmaker AI. I have a I have an idea for like a GitHub dating service thing, but I didn't plan it yet, so I can't really stream it. So that's I'm gonna do that, but those are more like I have to build a whole thing. And I remember over the summer I was doing those every day, and it's nice to do those. But there's some times where you just want to have a stream like this where it's like a little less intense and I get to talk and chill. We get to talk about how remote workers are AI. Dude, I mean, remote workers are APIs. Dude, if you're a remote worker, you better watch out. I've heard so many stories of remote workers losing their jobs this past year. It's probably gonna happen to you. Like, no offense. GitHub dating service is somehow even worse than a LinkedIn dating service. Oh, why is that, Brian? Why? Because it's probably like 95%. Like, how many men use GitHub? How many men? But like, I want to make something. So yeah, it's 90. I was right. GitHub's 95% male. Okay, that's hilarious. I didn't know that. But okay, so I want to make something. So if a girl finds out you're a software developer, she can use this to be like to vet your personality. I'm just kidding. Obviously, it's not actually going to be like useful, but it's a joke. It's a joke. No, she'll be like, it'll be like he commits. Like, for instance, if you look at mine, it'll be like he doesn't follow through. He just makes a different project every day. Uh, yeah, but that's like every other dating app too. 95% male user base. Yeah, because yeah, dude, dating apps are like terrible. Now, let's do Tinder gender ratio. Yeah, it's like 75% male. By the way, like no one's crushing on Tinder. There's guys that have that it's better, it's vastly better. I'd say maybe only 10% of the guys actually go on dates. But and then within that there's like the guys that just have on like tons of dates going their way. But in those, like if you're of the 10% doing well on Tinder, in real life you're doing way better. So there's no point in ever using Tinder. It's it's like gambling. Like the business of Tinder is for you to lose. The house always wins when it comes to dating apps. You got to think about it. Like they need you to essentially not have a successful relationship to use it. Like, and I get it, dude. I've used dating apps. I've dated girls that I met on dating apps for significant amount of time. I'm not like I get it, but like I didn't know at the time that it was like a stupid thing. Dating apps is just a numbers game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the way, I'm not saying yeah, what I'm saying is like you're getting a lower quality of uh obviously of women on it. Because the best girls I know don't use dating apps. So but that by the way, that's my set. That's a sample size of people I know. It's not like we could like but I bet most people because the reasonings they have for not using it is like a quality thing. Um you should probably just not use them, honestly. Uh, and I get it, dude. I've used them. I'm not saying I get it, dude. Okay. So system. All right. So you are a oh, you know what I can do? I can check. All right. You're a bot. You're a code explain. No, it doesn't explain. You're a software engineer bot. Your role is to analyze code and generate us questions that would result in the given code as the answer. Do you think it's going to understand that? Or let's see. For example, why am I not using let's do this. Why don't they talk about dating apps? Dude, I'll just say I'll talk about whatever on these things. Oh wait, I added it to the wrong thing, my bad. Sometimes I'm talking about something on the stream, I'm just like, what am I talking about? Right. I'm like, what where did that come from? Okay, so your software engineer your role is to generate, for example, okay. For example, the user gives you a it's so funny whenever I'm using GPT, even 3.5, my prompt engineering gets so low quality, especially 4, because it's like it just figures a lot of stuff out, honestly. Once I use smaller models, my prompt engineering, I hate saying prompt engineering as if it's like a skill, but like like I'll be like, oh, I have to use this like type of thing. I got to use chain of thought. I got to like, but genuinely, if I'm using like a very high powered model, I'm just like, dude, just do it. Just do the thing. Okay, so if the user gives you a Python code snippet, gives you, let's see, gave you Python code snippet below. Let's see. Let's actually give it let's go back to Bard and ask for a code. We could use this. Because by the way, you want to use examples you can get from the bot because you know that the bot understands it. Not the bot, the LLM. You know that the LLM understands it. Quote unquote. It's not a real person, but you know what I mean when I say understand. Ooh, that's weird. Yeah, let's do this for spacing. Below, you must generate Actually do backticks. Let's see, let's do Python. No, we're not going to give it like backticks. Yeah, let's do backticks. You must generate your response would be, how do I generate a recursive? So this is a single shot prompt, a recursive, or how do I recursively read the contents of a directory? Okay. Cool. The user will be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna actually tell it to only to generate a JSON. Finally, your response must be in JSON format with. Now I can do mode JSON, but actually, let's just do this for now. Yeah, why did I search Gorilla for some reason? Right here. Let's get back. Can you? We're not. Yeah, I forgot to put the font size back. I put the font size big in the beginning, and then I forgot to put it. Let's see, bro, your voice is so calming. My daughter's falling asleep listening to the stream. Yeah, dude, that's why I do it. You come here for the calming voice. Maybe I should do an ASMR where I'm just talking about nothing. What you mean to say is you're so fucking boring that my daughter's asleep. Sorry for saying. And now I feel bad that your daughter was right there. I was like cursing. Using examples from the LLM. Oh, that's a smart point actually. Which part? Oh, because of the examples. Oh, right. Can you put the code? Yeah, font size. Yeah, sometimes I'll forget that it doesn't I'll make the font big, but it doesn't actually look that crazy. Okay, finally, your response must be in JSON format with the question you generate. By the way, we're generating data sets, right? Data sets. Maybe we'll do stuff with the data set. Maybe we won't. Your response must be in JSON format with the question you generate as the JSON key question. JSON you must only respond with JSON. The JSON you respond with must be all in one. I don't have to say that. I have to do that for something else. Actually, let's just do that. Here is the code. Don't trip. She doesn't understand. Oh, she's she only understands Spanish and Cantonese. How? What? Gus Frying, where are you from? How does your daughter only understand Spanish and Cantonese? Dude, are you a global citizen? I'm like, where are you from? He's like, up. He's like, I am from above. Okay. All right, so we'll do the code snippet. We'll make this an F string. Do the code snippet. Dude, Python's after writing this is the F string. But after writing JavaScript, and every time I go back to a normal language, it's so calming. It's so nice. Oh, trim. No, strip. Right. Doesn't really matter, but I can just do that. Here's the code. Then I'll do a new line. And we don't have to do that, but okay. Generate. Actually, let's do this. Oh, I gotta add the secret. How do I do that? Yeah, guys, Tinder, come on, 75% sell. Come on. When you hear a place is 75% male in the real world, do you go there to meet women? All right, let's be logical. But GitHub, okay, you should be dating on GitHub though. Because even though I'm just preparing for my next stream, even though GitHub is 95% male, the reason why you should be dating on GitHub is because you're finding common people, okay? These are girls that understand your lifestyle. You don't have to explain. You're like, oh, I got to Git push before work, so my boss doesn't kill me. So she'll be like, oh, baby, I understand. You got to Git push. I Git push. And you're like, what? She's like, yeah. Dude, I get it. And you're like, you get Git push? I was multitasking. Were you just shitting on JavaScript? Because hell yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, JavaScript's a pain in the ass. My wife and I are from Oakland. She's Chinese and I'm Mexican. We vow not to talk to our daughter in English. She'll pick it up in school. So she's just learning. So she's gonna know like 3 different languages. Hit on women by making 200 IQ pull requests on their projects. Wonder if that has ever worked. You'd probably get arrested. If you make 200 pull requests on a girl's GitHub repo because you have a crush on her, I will personally arrest you. That's extremely valuable for her from a learning perspective. Kudos. What? Oh, you're talking about Gus's wife. Is that actually better? Why is that? Is that so she becomes multilingual? That's it. That's fascinating. Let's see. OpenAI Python secret key. Let's see. Let's just. Do I have to export this? It's how little I use the OpenAI API. All right. Here. I feel like I've either used LangChain or just other stuff. All right. Let's paste this in. Where's my key? Where's my key? I'll just generate another one. Although I don't pay for this, so don't freak out because you see how do I go to settings? Ugh, so annoying. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, it's just on the side. I'm an idiot. All right. Let's see. Let's just create another one. Do that. Let's do that. On main. Oh, I didn't run this function. Okay, so we're gonna generate this code explanation for this code snippet. Let's see. Generating code explanation. ... Yeah, your code's working if you say ... Oh, I don't have OpenAI. Right. Let's pip install OpenAI. We're downloading. We're downloading. Let's see. Girls. Will's just like girls code. Pretty much she will be our translator. It's the same way we learn from our folks. Wow, that's like genius. That's actually genius. That's actually so she's gonna know all these languages and she'll be able to translate it. That's crazy. You should teach her Python too, Gus. She'll be quadrilingual. Let's see. I don't know why I opened up. By the way, I don't use calendars. I have like meetings. Like I have like a decent amount, I guess. Of, but I never something I just don't manage calendars much. It's funny. Like I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I just don't use calendars. It's just a weird thought. All right, generating code explanation. Okay, insufficient. I can't. I exceeded the billing. There's no chance. Okay. All right. Guess I gotta pay now. Let's see. How do I do that? Ugh. Hold on a sec. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, they're like pay up. I'm getting grift. They're like pay up, you degenerate. All right, I'm an individual. 1 second. I gotta use my business card so I don't have to. I mean, because this is business related. It is. It is, by the way. It is. This is business related. That's why I'm using the business card. Okay. We do this by the book. All right. Okay. Let's continue. Oh, God. I forgot that for this one, you have to do by the way, I'm going to add the video in a sec. I'm just paying for OpenAI credits. Okay. All right. Back to this. I'm going to present my screen. Yeah, OpenAI just got mogged. Yeah, exactly. Sweet write-offs. Oh yeah, for sure. When she gets older, she'll learn the fundamentals of programming, the logic behind it. So valuable. Yeah, I was like, am I gonna teach my kids programming? And then I'm like, if they don't know how to code, they're getting. I can't say that. I'm not gonna abuse any children. However, and neither should you. But if your kids don't code, maybe it's okay to, whip them. Back in the day, kids would just get whipped. It'd be fine. I just got demonetized. It's okay. All right. So let's go and run this again. Dude, I've been doing a lot of slave talk recently. Dude, I just paid for it. They're like, you just exceeded your quota. No, I didn't. I just paid for it. I don't even understand. Oh, don't look at that. I don't even understand. Hold on. Okay. Do I need to wait a second? Does anyone know if you have money, you have to like wait? Typically, if I use this, someone gives it's like for like a business gives me their API keys and I don't have to worry about it. Get paid for your OpenAI or only use OpenAI on the clock. All right. Does anyone know how to deal with their how's YouTube dating app going? Yeah, Tony's the one I'm making that for. Yeah, Tony, not today. Maybe Wednesday. By the way, Tony, let me show you so next stream, Or, yeah, let's do it next stream. I'm gonna make a GitHub dating service. GitHub percentage of, or so let's just do gender breakdown. Okay, so only 5% of GitHub users are female. Okay, so I'm gonna make a. Oh wait, we have a whole diversity, inclusion, and belonging at GitHub thing. Maybe if as I figure out the. Well, let's look at this as I figure out the OpenAI stuff. So, dude, I have the quote. Okay, insufficient quota. OpenAI API. Dude, I just paid them $10. OpenAI, I'm looking it up right now. OpenAI just I'm not just on my phone, okay? I'm not disrespecting. OpenAI just did something criminal. They just stole my money. Let's see. What's the solution? It seems that's not what the issue is. Let's see. Read the blog post. 5% data. If so, click increase limit button. Oh. Where did you see that? Visit our, like, I, I don't understand. Increase limit. Let's see, usage limit. Well, this is clearly more than $5. Visit our usage tiers documentation. View payments history. View rate limits. Let's just keep trying. Okay, so support. So this is the diversity, inclusion, and stuff. Okay, so GitHub's. Oh, so GitHub doesn't. They're trying to diversity hire, and they increased their Asian, Latinx, Black, and multiracial hubbers. That's literally what they said, by the way. I'm not just making fun of them. They call themselves hubbers. Okay, I didn't like just that's not a bit, but so they increased it by 8% over the past several years. Is that I don't even understand? Is that like a good thing? Empowering developers. Let's see. Huh. Oh, dude, I gotta fix my GitHub billing too. Dude, today's a billing day. On the left, usage on the left navigation panel. Hashtag canceled. Why can't people just hire based on talent and qualifications? Because they value dude. Oh, usage right here. Oh, okay. Oh, my limit is $0. No. My limit's $120. Increasing. Dude, what is going? Oh no. I'm getting a different error now. Okay, this model's maximum context length is 4,000 tokens. And then they're like, you try to do 10,000 tokens. That's funny. Why is it so big? Hold on a second. I gotta look at oh, whoops. I just passed in a ton of code. I meant to only pass in one code file. I passed in yeah, it just needed to take like 5 minutes for the billing to come back on, I think. Okay, cool. It did it. What library should I use to perform text toxicity detection? It's not a great answer. It also didn't return it in a JSON format. Hold on a sec. OpenAI mode. What's the JSON mode? Isn't it like mode JSON? Something like that. You know it's not good when the first Google result is is like discussion forums and not the docs. You know you're in for a ride. So yeah, let's do this. Chat completions, create. The first thing should be either Stack Overflow or docs. If it's a discussion forum, I'm sorry, but life's gonna be a little hard for you. Where's my right here. See if it I mean, to be fair, it did respond with the question. The code example, I'm passing it up. Wait, what? Let's just get rid of this. Let's not do this. Let's not return JSON. I'm just gonna say only respond with question you generate. You figure out. Okay. By the way, the code snippet I'm passing it is on another stream. I did a toxicity. I made a cancel bot and I used this toxicity hugging face model. Let me show it to you guys. Toxicity hugging face model. Whenever I switch cards, yeah, it's right here. I think this is it. Toxicity classifier. No, it's detoxify. I think that's what it's called. Detoxify. Hugging face. Is it Toxic Bert? I feel like it's not Toxic Bert. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is the model I used. So I made this cancel bot that will like look through your tweets. Oh no, I tried to cancel Lex Friedman. I looked at the video transcripts on his videos and I tried to rank them by what was the most toxic thing that this thing generated. This was like August, September. And it has a breakdown on whether it's toxic, obscene, insult, identity hate, threat, severe, toxic. Brian Crewman telling you self-hosting is the self-hosting what? Self-hosting what? Like a website? Or the concept of self-hosting? Dude, I need some you're like self-hosting is the best. What's self-hosting? Do you mean self-hosting GPT-4? Have host an open source model? Oh, yeah, right. I see what you're saying. But I'm not well, see, look, so I looked at this code, but yeah, I'm using OpenAI because or I'm using I'm using GPT 3.5, I guess, because we want to use a big model to generate the data set. For all the models that I could self-host, it wouldn't be really powerful enough. It could do this task, but I want something a little more powerful. Here it's like, what library can I use to perform toxic content detection on text? That's pretty good, actually. That's not that bad. Let's try this out. For a second, I was like, All right, so what does this do? Dude, I have so many files. I don't even know. What is this? This is downloading. Oh, this is downloading GIP next. Okay, that's all this is doing. How do I update the GIP tag to a specific version? Nice. I think that's looks like that's what this is doing. Yep. Yeah, that's what this is doing. Let's see. Self-host for major security concerns. It's not a big deal for most. Yeah, Pablo, you're mostly right, actually. At scale, so here's the thing, Brian, about expensive. You're right for some tasks, but for most tasks, actually, I don't think anyone should be doing LLM inference. There's LLM inference integrated to user pipelines, where a user is doing something and then you're inferencing an LLM. You never really need to do that. Like, I think RAG and things like that are pretty useful. But when it comes to I just haven't seen any products really LLMs are really good at doing stuff before the user gets to your platform. So you're right though about it is less expensive, but often you just don't need to do that. You can leverage so many models, and I mean a big LLM. I mean a big LLM. Hey there, chat. What is he cooking today? Hey man, I'm making today. Mad Max. We need an LLM with inverse toxicity detection. It only cooperates if you're an asshole towards it. It shouts guidance back with insults and belittling. Then we use that for a few weeks of coding. Interesting. Can you package that idea? Yeah, it's fair that you need a big LLM for this task. I can appreciate that. Yeah. It's interesting because, by the way, this is working. I'm gonna return. Let's do message dot content. I can return this. We can put this in a try catch. What I can do is I can say for code snippet. I haven't written Python in years. I can say, it's been like a week. I can say dataset. This will be the question. QA dataset. And question. And then the answer is going to be the code snippet itself. So what I'm doing is I'm getting a data set of my own code and questions that would output my code. If that makes sense. And then I'm going to save this to a JSON file. Wait. Mad Max. Max Man. I like that idea. Can you rephrase that a little bit? I want to do something like that on a show. I want to do another toxic bot. The base GPT was hilarious. On man, how many times have I looked up saving a file with JSON? I mean, saving a JSON file in Python. On these streams, I've looked it up probably at least 10 times. And it's nothing complicated at all. But it's just one of those things where I just don't I forget if it's JSON.dump or .dumps, you know? There's just things where you just kind of forget a little bit. Let's see. Especially as hardware gets better and models get more. Well, I remember it when you can find it in 2 seconds. Yeah, but the thing is, you're right, Pablo. But I I should know. All right, cool. Let's get this file. Okay, cool. All right, so what is the purpose of argument parse in this code? From D to oh wait, it's not doing it. Let's see. Give me a Python code snippet that reads the content of a directory. That reads the content. Let's see if it does that. It kind of didn't do it. Let's only try it 2 times. How do I JSON dump? Anyone know off the top of your head JSON dump for prettify? Without getting I just need indents. I don't want to get the pretty plugin thing. I hate that. Yeah, it's just indent equals. Okay. I still Google search, man. I'm weak. No, I need to use dot dump, right? Yeah. No, I think I can use this. Let's do it. 4. Dude, I gotta do the Toxify. I don't have enough time to understand what you're saying, Mad Max. I gotta get a Toxicity bot video. That's such a good idea. What is the purpose of this code? No, it's not doing it right. Hold on a sec. Give me a Python code snippet that reads the file. Okay. Just use GPT-4. How about that? Do I have access to that? Probably don't even have access to that. Does everyone have access to GPT-4 now? Shouldn't I know that? Dude, I've rarely used, outside of people giving me or businesses, I guess, giving me their API keys. I've rarely used OpenAI for my own purposes. Probably like 5 times. Or their API. Let's see. Everything else was just, I've used it a lot, I guess, but everything else has just been through, I guess, my work. Text generation. Is that what I'm looking at? What am I looking for? I'm looking for usage. So you can see it's literally just today. How much money was that? Oh, okay. Let's see, files, settings, limits, right? Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna try GPT-4. Let's see if the bigger model is the better model. Okay, let's get this. Can you provide a Python script to download and update a specific version of JIP next? Wait, what? Can you provide a Python script that downloads of JIP next? This one's right. This one's not right because it's using this one. Wait, what? Oh, my bad. That's what's wrong with it. Okay, it's working. It's what GPT-4 is working. GPT-4 is working. Now let's do 10, the first 10 files. So right now I'm saying, well, it's like, what is it? I have this code that uses this detoxify model that detects toxic language. I know. But it was for a stream. But it's like, what is a Python code snippet that uses the Toxify library to predict toxicity scores for text in multiple languages? Perfect. So now I'm doing it for, well, we'll stop at 10 files. Nice. Provide a Python script that, it's fine that it uses can you provide. So with this, we could just ask it to give us this in different language. Can you provide a Python script to format and clean up a Visual Studio project file? Oh, that is what this is. Huh. Script that. I have some weird files in my code. Yeah, I got some weird files in here. That is what all this does, though. It's doing it right. Nice. Okay, so now we can do stuff with the data set. I pay. What do you pay for? Hold on a second. I'm not 100% sure what you mean with packaging. Oh, I just mean, can you explain the idea a little more or simplify it? But I think doing both the fine-tuning part and the challenge of only allowing yourself to use it for learning a new language or tool. What I mean, Mad Max, is try to, I guess, simplify the idea. Hi, Jared. What do you think about companies outsourcing jobs to other countries? Dude, that's changing your API to a cheaper vendor. When you get fired as a remote worker because they hired people in India, they just switched API provider. They switched their dev API provider. They went on Slack. They did /change devs. And then the bot was like, what country? They said India. This is the PM. They're like, change dev to India. And then you got fired. And then they just switched to another dev. And then it was like loading as HR contacted you. The PM's just like, it's taking a while. You're like crying. You're like in your car, like, I can't. I'm not to. I gotta, like, you're about to commit suicide, and they're just like. You have access to 4 and DALL-E. Okay, nice. Jared, if you want, I can share mine. Oh no, it's all good. Everything's working now. Thank you, though. Fine-tune Mistral to be a conflict-seeking code sensei. Lean some new tool with no Google or LLM to build that. I'll say I've worked with Indian resources are hit and miss. Yeah, that's what people say. Dude, you buy American. You want to buy devs, buy American. Right, dude, this is propaganda. You want a software developer? This stream, this is representing software developers in America. Writing really fast, barely working code. I mean, fastly writing code that barely works. No, I'm kidding. Everything I build in this stream works first try. It works first. Have I ever written something that didn't work first try? Like, really think about it. That's called gaslighting. You know, someone's trying to gaslight you if they just keep asking you to really think about a memory. Really think about it. Do you remember that? And then you're like stressed and you're like, I don't know. Some gaslighting 101. It's like, really remember, has I was about to call myself. Have I ever written bad code? Really think about it. I don't know. Okay. What am I going to do with this data set? Let's do a basic RAG. Let's have basic RAG. While we have some time, did that pretty quick. So let's just get some. I'm just going to use sentence transformers, do the embeddings, just because I'm doing stuff locally. So we could use OpenAI embeddings, actually. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I like showing the power of sentence of just using any like BERT transformer, because you can get really high quality question answering with this. Really high quality. All right. Let's import this. Oh God. See, I do my third-party imports after my SDL imports. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. So let's create some embeddings. So let's actually make another file here. What am I downloading? Oh, sentence transformers, right. I downloaded something like a minute ago, and then I go back to the terminal tab, and I'm like, what am I? I'm like offended. I'm like, what am I downloading? All right, so generate embeddings. First, if you're doing RAG, your RAG. Let's talk through RAG for a sec. Let's just talk through. A lot of people talk about it, and I think it's important to. Yeah, I went to this one. When did I go to this? It had to be recently. Or, sometimes I forget. Retrieval augmented gen. You know what? I'm not gonna use another source. I'm just gonna talk through it because sometimes it's just annoying reading and relaying. I like to read things and relay it as I like talk through stuff, because sometimes. But it's pretty simple. So let's say you have. When people talk about RAG, they're pretty much the very basics of it. Is, let's say you have some sort of inference pipeline. And what I mean by that is some user uses an interface. Some user interfaces with your thing and they ask a question. As an example. And let's say you use an LLM to answer the question. And then it goes back to the user. So this is like the normal thing. So if you want to use RAG, it's more so you have a user, they ask a question, you utilize, or you get, it's a query a vector DB with question. You get results. You use it as context to answer, to get the answer in the LLM, and then you go back to the user. So there's a part here where you're sort of getting context, and this is just one example. It doesn't need to be question answering. It can be a lot of things. You can do this by, let's say you have something where people create tickets in Jira or something, and whenever someone creates a ticket, in order to automatically try to fulfill the request for the ticket, you look at similar tickets or something like that. 60% of the time works every time. Oh, you're talking about Indian developers? That's funny. So this is the basics of it. This is really it. That's it. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to create a little vector DB, and it's just going to be a JSON file. I was going to download PG Vector and show that, but it didn't finish downloading. So I started. I think it's probably done now, but I started streaming before. So let's just do this. Okay, so first things first, let's create this file. And then, by the way, I like to check if it's the main module, just in case I want to use something as a module, dependency to another file. Okay, so we're gonna load. Let's see, JSON file Python. How many times have I looked this up? Oh, not in Brave apparently. It's like the simplest thing. Okay, so first things first, you have to generate your embeddings, right? That's going to be the vector DB. So you have to do, if you want to do utilize context like this, you'll have to already have things generated. So this is the data set. So I'm making a file right now that's going to actually generate embeddings, save it to a file. I'm going to use sentence transformers, which is an awesome library that you can use to load, that you can use to utilize different transformer libraries in Hugging Face to generate embeddings. I could show you how to use any model you want to generate embeddings. Here, I think this is only made for specific BERT models. I might be wrong about that. But anyway, so let's go. You can actually do this. And I think it's going to be NumPy files. I just opened Figma. No. Okay. All right. So let's remove Figma from the doc. Jesus. So let's just pass dataset to this. Let's print embeddings. I'm going to download this first. Should be pretty quick. Python generate embeddings. Really, you want to use something like PG Vector for this. I lost the chat. I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Ingestion into the vector DB is why companies are interested, so they can provide their data as context. Yeah, exactly. It's like vector DBs right now are probably the most valuable actual thing coming from why is this taking a long time? Oh, coming from all this AI stuff. It has a pretty immediate consequence to it. What is happening? Is it downloading? It's just hanging. Whatever. Yeah. 60% of the time it works every time. It's the first time I've heard that joke since 2004. The sequel to that movie was pretty funny. The original was funny too. Now I can't watch movies because they're all shouting DEI to you. Movies, any movie pre-2012 is pretty good though. All of them. Every movie before 2012 is marginally better than every movie after. That's not true, obviously. It's just funny to think about. I used to like watching movies. Yeah, it's so forced. It's like best movie of all time, Office Space. The best moment of that movie is like where he's like, it's like, does anyone ever tell you in the morning, hey, your job, does anyone have a case for the Monday? Or what was it again? It's like, looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. And his friend's like, nah. Nah, man. Get your ass beat saying something like that. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard. The acting's impeccable. I can't bring the scene up. I'm gonna get look up that scene. Just look up that scene. It's so funny. Just like nah man. Look up nah man Office Space. Nah man Office Space. It's like the funniest. As acting is like incredible. I'm just gonna post it. I'm gonna post in the Discord. Post it. It's like it's so funny. The best movie of all time isn't Office Space. The best movie of all time is Rise of Skywalker. YouTube just gave me like a $10,000. You guys didn't see it. I just got injected. I just got contacted by Mossad, and they're very happy. Um, now the best movie of all time is, I guess, close second is Last Jedi. Nah, this movie sucked. Um, no, the best movie of all time is Troll 2. Do people still know about Troll 2? Is that still a meme? I remember as a kid that was like the meme. That was like the first meme. Okay, cool. So we got the embeddings. Nice. All right, cool. And you know what's funny? I didn't save it to a file. What am I doing? Okay. I just waited for that to finish. Embeddings, Jason. We don't need to indent anything. Our embeddings. Let's get JSON dump. Let's actually do this. Just put it in the object. Also, I could use pickle for this, but it's fine. Don't need to use pickle for everything. Wait, what did I do wrong? Oh. Indentation. Convert indents to spaces. Okay. Should be quick. How big is this? It's a super small model. Wait, I don't even see. Yeah, it's right. It's only 90. The model bin is the actual model, by the way. When you're looking at what the model is. Matrix for me, only movie where I left the theater mind blown. Second to that would be Back to the Future. Matrix is nice. Yeah. I like the Matrix. I feel like Akira was always my favorite movie growing up. Yeah, Akira. Now I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite movie. As a kid, I also liked Wolf of Wall Street. I would watch that movie like all the time. Or as a high schooler. All right. So, because I remember it came out when I would do these business competitions in high school with DECA. And we would watch that before we went and did the competition. All right. So we got the embeddings. So let's just do a test for like a question answer. So let's pass in a question to this. We don't have to capitalize that. And we have the embeddings in a file that, what? What? This is generated a, I don't know what happened. I don't understand. I don't understand what just happened. Hold on a second. What? Oh, it broke. Oh, because it's an ND array. Okay. We need to do forgot how to do that. To list. array. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, it's a NumPy to list. Oh, I didn't. Oh, this is like a deep copy of it or something. Okay, whatever. All right, so let's try that out. Let's see. Did you ever watch some video of Jordan Belfort selling? He was actually that good. I used to watch Jordan Belfort's podcast. He has some really good entrepreneurship tips. Like, actually, I mean, like, watch me go to jail in like 5 days. I'm like, yeah, Jordan Belfort, dude, great. And then like the FBI is just like, excuse me, sir. No, but actually, his YouTube is really really. He has a lot of good advice, and he's like very humbled from his past, which is good. I like people like that. Who he's like, he gets it. Let's see. Got hungry all of a sudden. Let's see. Generate. Why is this taking so long? I guess yeah, it's because it's on my computer. Yeah, forgot. That's okay. That's okay. All right, but either way, after this, we can do. I think they have cosine similarity. All right, hold on. Let's go to semantic search. Hold on. This is just an implementation of semantic search. I don't care about that. Actually, that's right here. So they have this util thing. So what we can do is a nearest neighbors search. Well, really, we're just going to do cosine similarity, and then we're going to rank the cosine similarity. Okay, so it's it's nearest neighbors. Oh, cool. So we can actually use torch here as well. Uh, let's see. Do I want to get torch? Did this save right? Yeah, it saved. All right. Okay. We don't have to. We don't have to do that. We can just do this. And the scores. Why is it plural? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's load this up. Let's go back into this. Let's load up embeddings. This is the data set. And actually make another file called g.py. This is going to be very basic, very basic. Very, very basic. JSON. And then we actually import this. Just need to import this, I think. So we load up the data set, and then we can. Oh, I just realized we need to. When we generate these embeddings, we need to. Whoops. We need to keep the code snippet information. My bad. So when we generate this code, oh wait, I'm doing it wrong anyway. I'm doing it for the whole data set. I just want to do the question. That's all I care about. Fine. So I can say for dataset item and dataset, get the question, ask the question in here, and then I got the embeddings for the question. Then I can just do this. I can say question dataset item embeddings equals the embeddings to list. And now it won't be in a grouping, they'll just be single. Oh, actually, just make a new data set object. This isn't optimal. You typically want to do like a map or something here, but that's fine. I mean, you want to do a map operation on the array other than doubling the space of the array in the main memory. Okay, and then we can just pass that. Just do this. Data set, final data set. Okay, let's generate embeddings again. Let's see if I mess this up. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I messed it up. All right. So now when we do the RAG stuff, we can load the final data set. We get the data set, and then we can do data set item data set. So for each item in the data set, we can get the cosine similarity between. Yeah, we have to make an embedding for the question. My bad. So they're calling it a query embedding. That's accurate. So we get the question. We're going to convert it to a tensor. No, I don't think we need that. But I think we do need to convert this to an ND array. Actually, let's see if we don't need to. Let's see if they can do this with two lists. Their util function here. Let's see if that works. Print these. For now, let's just print. So we're doing cosine similarity for each of these data set items. Eventually, we're going to rank them based on the highest match. Oh, what's this? What line is this? Data set question. Oh. Data set item. Generate embeddings for a data set in oh, whoops. Typo. Let's see. Yeah, he's a good dude these days. Yeah, Jordan Belfort. I feel like he's like gone. He's like a good guy again. I mean, I don't know him as a person, but he seems all right. He seems all right now. Okay, we're generating embeddings. Yeah. Oh, to be a financial criminal. Whenever I think of like, it's so funny because a lot of people who do financial crimes will be like, oh, dude, there were no victims. It's like the victim was the fact it was like our interest rates, bro. It's like the whole economy's fucked because of people like you. And I mean other types of financial criminals as well, the authorized and the unauthorized. Okay. What's this error? Oh, I think that's fine. Okay, let's go to the final data set. And I think we're good. What is that? Yeah, we're good. Okay, we got the embeddings. All right, so now we can go and do the similarity in the RAG thing, and we're gonna get dataset item colon embeddings. Let's print this out. Okay, so we're going to run this. The question will be, what is a Python code snippet for finding toxic words, text? Just because I know that that's pretty similar to something. Okay. So, and then I'm going to do something where I'm going to say top K. I'm going to do 3. This isn't like the top K equals 1. The 1 will be default. But so I'll just I'll show you. I'm going to sort this. Let me get a sorting code. Let's see. Sorting. The syntax for the sorted function in Python, or the sorted method, is always it's weird. I'll just be honest. For sorting an object, you see how it works here? I always the syntax is super weird. So we're gonna do is new data set. See what this looks like. Oh, whoops! I'm running the same file again. My bad. Run this. Should be instantaneous. Yeah, it should be instantaneous. It's not, so that's a problem. Why is it taking a sec? Oh, right. We need to get the model. Duh. Remember, you got to use the same model. I've forgotten to do that. The same model you're getting the query embedding on, you want to do it on the embeddings that you're generating. So we're doing RAG from scratch here. Well, scratch. It's not. You get it. It's not. We're not like training a whole model and all that, but we're just doing it without any fairly from scratch. I saw someone on Hacker News today say, "From scratch is just your opinion," and I like that. It's true. Bailing out banks is no big. Bailing out banks is no big deal. I come from Java, and yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the syntax of Python. Feels fancy. Interesting. Student objects. Okay, cool. All right, so you see how this is this is the similarity score for each of them, and the first one is the Toxify one. That's why that one's high. So this is actually working. So now we're getting good similarity scores, and we're doing cosine similarity, which you can look up on I can do dot item, which you can look up because these are tensors, right? On how that works. So the score. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the dataset item score to be this, and then we're going to push this to this new object. And to this new object. One thing about Java, Pablo, is that you already know what I'm going to say. Super verbose. It's like, is it even funny to say anymore? Too verbose. Reverse true. Okay, and then we're gonna do from this to top. Actually, it feels fancy. I never kind of get it though. I know what you're saying. Let's see, context. What's this? Print contexts. And then what we can do is we can actually we can plug this into, we don't have to do all that because that's not, you already kind of probably get how to query and to prompt an LLM, but we can get the responses we get from this RAG, this basic RAG script. We can get the context for this and then use that to prompt an LLM, which we could prompt OpenAI or something with it. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, dude. You're calling Python fancy to Java? Dude. I feel like I'm writing a dissertation when I'm coding Java. Oh, wait, what's this error? Oh, hold on. There wasn't an error. By the way, but I haven't written Java in like 10 years, so I barely remember. And I was like barely conscious, so. Let's see. I call it documentation. That's funny. Okay, wait, what? Oh, cool. It did it. Nice. It just looks messed up. It's actually it's the delete keyword, right? Delete key. L keyword. Yeah, it's del, right? Because in JavaScript, it's delete. It did it though. So I asked it this question. It gave me the top 3, and so I asked it the question, "What is a Python code snippet for finding toxic text?" And it gave back to me the what is a Python code for different models that of the detoxify library to predict toxicity levels, yada yada. So what we did is first we generated a data set from my code where we generated questions that someone would ask to get my code as a response from an AI. We have that data set, and now we're retrieving the most relevant items in this data set based on the question this user's asking. So now this user's asking, what is a Python code snippet? Yada, yada. So if I ran this on 10,000, 100,000, a million little code snippets that I have, and I ran it all through GPT, whichever GPT model I'm using, GPT-4, and I then generate that data set, then this would start to get pretty powerful. And actually, with everything we built, this is everything you need for a semantic search for your code. But if I was going to do a code semantic search, I would do it a little bit more comprehensively. So like I would break down the modules, and I'd ask if I was going to use OpenAI, use GPT-4 to generate the data set like we're doing here, I would say extract all the functions and then generate a question in which each function would be the response. And you could even get even further down to than that. And then, you know what would be even better is now you have this big data set of all the code you've ever written. You could then break down these scores. This is like the actual smart way to do it. Whenever you do this scoring that we're doing with cosine similarity, or the generating the embeddings, you can do a line by line. Once you encode the question and everything, I can say here, split the code line by line and then generate dataset items for each line. So now your embeddings database is super big, or your vector database is super big which is awesome because if I ask a question here, it'll extract the actual line of code that it's related to. So you could do this on a line by line way as well. But you would have to update the question too. So I would suggest generating more data from OpenAI to do that. So you'd say like, what does this line mean and all that? And then you'd add that to the question, something like that. So that's how you do code search. Semantic code. Sorry. Cool. All right. This was a good one. People hang out in the Discord, find a coder buddy. If you don't know about the coder buddy thing, I suggest everyone go on my Discord and go to the coder buddy group, and then you can go and there's people working on cool stuff. Reed's working on awesome stuff. So that's a great place to go to like try to work on projects. And yeah. All right. See you guys.